Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So today I'm going to explain why Bitcoin is ready to go parabolic. The final leg is upon us. So let's discuss what we have to look forward to in the next coming months. So as always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams almost every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news, article, and guides at CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I got some good stuff to show you guys. Some good stuff. Now, just go dive right in. Rick, welcome. Some of you guys are still like feeling uneasy about yesterday's drop, right? And I explained exactly what happened, but here's the devastation. 705 million liquidated in the last 24 hours. Now, most of you guys I know, if you've been watching for a while, you know that you should not be playing with leverage, right? So the liquidations belong to people that leveraged, that risked it all, or risked it maybe a little bit too much. So 705 million liquidated yesterday due to some Evergrande FUD, right? That was incorrectly reported, and the whales decided to just dump on the retail investors. And of course, retail investors that are risky and using leverage, you know what? They got liquidated. But here's the thing. For the rest of you guys that are holding, you're like, okay, so what? And here's the funny thing. Here's the psychology when it comes to crypto. 3 days ago, when Bitcoin was still at 62,000, everyone was high-fiving when we finally hit 65, right? And broke above. And today, we're at 65 and people are in despair. This portrays retail investors exactly to the T, because just a few days ago, we were cheerful. Everything was looking good coming up. And now it's like, oh no, Bitcoin's coming down within pretty much the same week, right? And I told you guys last night, hey, volatility will always be there, but this is why you want to have some cash on the side so you could take advantage, right? And the market cap has come up from yesterday. Things are recovering slowly but surely. So yesterday was a great opportunity to DCA, to dollar cost average, and pick up some of these altcoins and Bitcoin that was just very high, and you could have bought them at a discount, right? That's what you want to do. That's why you got to have some cash on the side. But anyways, Bitcoin dominance is still going lower, right? So that means the altcoins are still doing well. And overall, I think we are getting ready to move into this parabolic final leg for Bitcoin. And that is what I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to. And me too. And so that brings me a brand new article on CryptosRUs.com, which I've been telling you guys a lot about. And I've been telling you guys how TechDev, one of my favorite analysts, is guest posting. And this is what he shared this morning. Okay, the final parabolic leg of Bitcoin. And here it is zoomed in, looking at 2013, 2017, 2021. And this is measuring Fibonacci levels, like a temporary high of those cycles. Then we get a little rejection and come back down, right? But then when we break past that point again, that's when you have the final leg, and it's very parabolic. It happened in 2013. It happened in 2017. And guess what? We just surpassed it in 2021. In 2013, you could see how much or how fast Bitcoin went up. Same thing in 2017. And that is why we could be seeing the same thing that drives Bitcoin from where it is now at 65,000 to 200,000 plus. Okay? If history repeats, it doesn't have to be identical. It just rhymes. We could see Bitcoin at 200,000 plus by the end of this cycle. Now, it may carry into 2022 a little bit. Does not mean it has to be ending at December 31st of 2021. It can carry into 2022. And that's what Plan B and all these guys are starting to talk about. Maybe we get a lengthening cycle and it gets pushed into 2022. But still, it's part of this cycle. right? So get ready for that. When Bitcoin does a 3x like that, that's more than 3x. Imagine what happens to altcoins. Some of you guys lived through it in 2017, 2018. I've lived through it, right? When Bitcoin makes on a run like that, altcoins go up like crazy. They follow and they go, they're even more parabolic. I mean, they're multipliers of how high Bitcoin goes, right? So you have that to look forward to. So if you're worried about 65,000 Bitcoin, please don't. Please don't. We are definitely in the right direction. All the fundamentals, all the fractal patterns, all the indicators, anything that you could measure Bitcoin with is bullish and positive, and this is definitely a game you want to stay in, right? All right, now what else besides this final leg up? Well, there's a lot of other things, but before I get to that, I just want to make sure you guys know about the new CryptosRUs.com, right? You can also follow it. There's a brand new Twitter called CRU News, okay? You should follow it. 12,000 followers right now, but you guys should all follow it for more news, article, and guides, including the ones that TechDev is sharing. And you can sign up for a Hodler's Herald right here, right on the page, right? So make sure you follow it. Make sure you follow it. All right, what else is there? Miami Mayor. This is very, very bullish. Mayor Suarez, who kind of started things because now New York is looking to launch their own crypto. I heard a state in Texas is trying to do the same thing too. But anyways, Mayor Suarez, what he's going to do, basically what he promised, he's going to share dividends of the Miami coin now with anyone that has, well, not anyone, any Miami resident. So basically, they're launching a Bitcoin wallet, right, for its citizens. And all the dividends, all the revenues, right, that they made with the Miami coin and whatever's left over as a dividend, it's going to be distributed in this wallet. So basically, if you're a citizen of Miami, you're going to get rewarded in free Bitcoin. How awesome is that? That's phenomenal, right? And this is what every city should be doing or looking into, right? Creating their own crypto, utilizing the benefits, utilize it to benefit the city overall, and reward its citizens with a dividend or something like that, right? Or profit sharing or something, because they're helping contribute to it. So it's fantastic. It's fantastic, and this is launching pretty soon. So yeah. And of course, I mentioned about New York City. The new mayor-elect is looking to do the same thing. So, there's another city I forgot in Texas that's trying to do the same thing. This is all very, very positive. Now, what else is there? Hut 8, which is a Bitcoin miner, their company, they just shattered their Q3 records, and they now hold more than 5,000 Bitcoins in reserve. So every miner out there is making money hands over fist, powering the network, producing as many Bitcoins as they can. And not only that, they're not selling. They're holding everyone, right? 5,000 Bitcoins, you do the math, that's a lot. That's hundreds of millions that they're holding on, right? And every single miner is doing the same thing. And this is on top of the companies and institutions that are trying to buy in, right? So from a scarcity perspective, it can't get any more bullish than it is now. Well, I take that back. It will get more bullish, but it's been the most bullish now versus any time previously. Let's just put it that way. All right, before I go on, let me make sure I scroll up, make sure I don't miss any super chats. Let's see here. Shiba's on the rise today. Yep, that is good because yesterday had a big fall for SHIB. Same thing with Doge. Spartan Protocol, I liked them before. I have not kept up with them. They've been kind of taking their while running on BSC, but it seems like V2 came out. Hopefully that's pretty good. How high do you think Flow can go run this cycle? I don't know, Oliver. I think they could go very far. I don't know how high. I have 10,000. I want to triple it. I invest in almost all the top 20 coins. Which one would you risk it on? Well, if you already got all 20, you could just DCA into them. You don't always have to pick a new coin. That's the thing that most people have a problem with. They feel like if they have extra money, they have to get something new, right? No, you can DCA into what you have, especially if the price drops. So I don't know how many you have. You said almost all 20 top 20, so that's like 20 coins. That's a lot. That's a lot. Maybe you should just settle with that. But I do like my new favorite. I'm just throwing that out there. Is Kadena, and I do have something to share about it. Sold Ethereum to get DAOs and Polkadot. Hope that was a mistake. I don't know. They're both fantastic projects. I think they're gonna both do it. Both do well. Check out Loom and pretend you're buying it. No, I'm not gonna pretend I'm buying it. And I don't like Loom. They used to be a layer 2 into gaming, and they changed. I don't know what they changed into, but I'll take a look. No, I have not had a chance to look at Radex. You don't have to ask me every single day. No, I have not had a chance to look at it. All right, now moving on. Speaking of mining, take a look. If you think you can't make any side money, you don't have a side hustle, look at these kids. 14-year-old, 9-year-old siblings earned $160,000 in 7 months of mining. Okay? So, yeah, there's many different ways to make money from crypto. Not just from buying and selling and trading and holding, right? There's many other things you could do, including mining. So it's phenomenal that these kids have made such a large amount. And if you read through it, they are continuing on. One of them met Mark Cuban. If you look at it, they are adding to their system, which they listed in here. It was a lot of GPU mining. Yeah, here we go. 100 NVIDIA RTX 3090s, 50 RTX 3070s, a mix of NVIDIA 30 processors, 24 specialized Bitcoin ASICs, and others, right? So, man, they've been building on and on and on and on. So, and they have their own company now. So it just shows you can make money. You just have to put your mind and an effort towards something and just really go at it. You got to have the ambition to keep going. Most people don't. Most people want to come in and say, I want to buy something and make $1 million right away, right? But there's other ways to do it. You just have to figure it out and hustle. All right, what else is there? Couple other things. I've talked about this recently. Bitcoin spot ETF from Van Eyck is set to be approved or disapproved in 3 days. If the SEC says nothing, that means it's approved. So this is the reverse. It's not like the SEC has to approve it, okay? If the SEC says nothing, it's automatically approved. So they haven't said anything. They're waiting and waiting and waiting. For Bitcoin futures ETF, same thing. They didn't go ahead and pre-announce that they were approving. They just didn't deny it. So that is coming. That's coming in 3 days, right? It's supposed to be on the 14th. I don't think the SEC works on the 14th, so we'll probably get an answer by the 15th. But by Monday of next week, we may have our very first Bitcoin spot ETF approved. Now, I don't think anyone thinks that this is going to be approved. But the SEC hasn't denied it yet. And Bitcoin is showing how resilient it is, despite everything that's going on, especially with inflation and so forth. And so many companies turning into it, right? Turning into it, meaning buying it or holding it, getting into the spot ETF or buying futures, right? I mean, there's just so many avenues these days. Hey, that may come. That may come. And if it does, it's going to drive things way, 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 way high. All right. Now, the last thing, that's an upgrade for Bitcoin. And it doesn't happen very often. We have seen one in 2017. And I think that's the last time we saw a big upgrade. But Taproot is coming. And Taproot is coming this week also. It's not a very sexy upgrade, but it's definitely one that improves Bitcoin's network. So it does it improves a lot of things, including scalability, how addresses are treated. It makes things more efficient in terms of smaller transactions versus more complex transactions. Also makes integration with some like a layer 2 like Lightning Network better. So there's a lot of little things that it does to improve the overall network, right? So this is coming this week. I don't expect this to be a major driver of pushing Bitcoin's price up, but it is. It is significant, and it does show that the developers of Bitcoin is still thinking about how to improve it, how to get it bigger and more adopted and more widely used, and this is one way to do it. So that is also coming. If you want to read more about it, there will be an article about this on CryptosRUs.com in the near future. All right. Now, a couple other things, and then let's do some Q&A. First, I did mention about Kadena, right? So I was doing a little bit more research because Kadena just keeps going and going and going. It doesn't seem to ever stop. But one thing about Kadena is because they basically tried to mimic the best of Bitcoin, but they found a way to scale it and add smart contracts. But because of Kadena's their layer one, the way it's structured, basically using proof of work and using Satoshi Nakamoto's consensus algorithm, right? They have made it so that layer twos for Bitcoin, like the Lightning Network, can be used with Kadena. It can be used on top very, very easily. And that's the thing. And even with their packed smart contract, it has baked in support for Lightning Network, state channels, side chains. See, all these things that they're not really working on right now, but it has a capability to handle those things. So even though Kadena does not need to scale at this point, they have 20 chains that can handle basically infinite amount of transactions, right? But if they wanted to integrate Lightning, because let's say all the wallet makers in the future are using Lightning Network, then hey, Kadena could take advantage of that. And same thing with state channels, which is like a more advanced version of smart contracts. And if they want to have side chains, they could also do that. That's all built in with this packed smart contract language, and that's very positive. So that's something new I just didn't know about, so I'm just sharing with you guys. I think that's pretty significant. All right, last few things. What else is there for Elrond? They're getting their very first stablecoin. They just recently released their Mayor DEX, right? So now they're getting very first stablecoin. That's USDC, and that's a very good one to have. Right now, of course, the big dog is USDT, but still USDC is kind of like the premier one, obviously, right? And it's launched by Circle and Coinbase, so this is very positive for Elrond in terms of expanding their DeFi ecosystem. I think that's it. The only other thing is the new I Am George number 008 has been launched. It launched last night, and this one is dedicated to Ethereum. You can see the Ethereum's poster in the background, but obviously I have a big mining rack in the back too. So this is dedicated for all you Ethereum fans, and I am wearing a hat in this one. So just want to show you guys. All right, that has been launched. It's gonna be auctioned off in about a week. All right, guys. Now let's do some Q&A. All right, scrolling up, making sure I didn't miss anything else. Why is Immutable X gaining so much value? I have IDO tokens. Should I sell? I think it was very hyped up. Well, I don't even have it on here. It's not even listed. I don't know how much it is. What? Is it? Nope. It's very hyped up because, Ethereum obviously had congestion issues. It's one of the major L2s to launch recently. And you have a lot of projects like Ecomi that's moving to it already. So that's probably the reason why. People are hating on the kids. Why are you guys hating on the kids? Right? They found what they like. They found a way to scale up their business, and they've earned 6 figures in 7 months, which is very impressive. And I'm looking in the comments, and people are like trying to hate on them. Like, oh, how did they get the money? Oh, they didn't do this, and they didn't do that. You guys seriously jealous of a couple of kids? You could easily do the same thing. That's the thing with scaling, right? You make some profit, you scale, and you scale, and you scale, just like DCA, right? It's kind of funny, the people that are jealous. All right, Render. I don't like Render. I don't like Render at all. Yeah, it would be great to turn this into a members chat. So many spammers. I thought about that, but I don't want to like limit, the people that are coming in for the first time, right? Me personally, if I tune into a live stream and I see the chat is just members only, I tend to just flip off. So I get what you're saying, but I don't want to, revert to that. A lot of people keep asking about Radex. I still have not researched it. Do you think the whales that manipulate BTC will not let a parabolic rise occur? Well, I mean, sure, they're going to always take advantage of the situation. Like yesterday, when there's like, ooh, some FUD, right? They decided to dump a little bit, caused a lot of leverage, lot of long leverage. Retail guys just get liquidated, right? That will always happen. But ultimately, what they're doing is accumulating more, and they're making more money as things go up. So there will be games, but it will go up, and really it's beyond their control. Bitcoin is now a global thing, all right? You're talking about some of the biggest companies out there with billions and trillions under management that are getting in. The whales, no matter how big they are, they can't keep up for long. I'm waiting on my helium miners. I talked about it. Helium was actually one of the ones that I dollar cost having into myself yesterday. Because helium, I knew of its potential, but I didn't really know. I missed out on the fact that they basically gone into 5G, which is the future, right? 5G is the future of mobile. And to have P2P set up for 5G, that's pretty big. And they have been doing very well. So I like helium. I like them a lot. I am a long time holder. I just got my work bonus. Would you put all in the BTC or ETH or stablecoin, wait for a dip? No, we just had a dip. If you're thinking about getting in, just DCA. And I think if you're starting out, BTC and ETH are both really, really good. Let's see. Flux and Flux OS going moon right now. I don't know anything about them. Why is DOT not moving? Just wait. Their parachain, I just covered them last night. Parachain auctions is going to start really, really soon. In fact, I think it's starting today. Akala is going to be the first one probably to be voted in. Moonbeam is another one, right? So just wait. Someone says Gods Unchained is on Immutable X. That's fantastic. I've never played that before, so I don't know. Machines of Time, you could tell yourself that and make excuses, or you could figure out how to do it yourself. Whatever here, I'm not trying to pick on you, but I do hear that a lot. Saying, oh, they have this and they have that. Well, you have a means too. You have a means too. You're just not trying. Easy EQZ Finance Flash Note. Never heard of them, so I would not take a chance. Have you heard of Boson Protocol, NFTs for e-commerce? Yeah, that's the one where you can redeem, right? You can redeem certain things with your NFTs. But the redeeming part just doesn't seem to be very popular these days. Let me see if I'm thinking of the right one here. Yeah. So this is one where, they're in NFTs, but they're making it so that you could like redeem for things, which is interesting. I think that's actually very nice, but not a whole lot of people is paying attention to that. Tron? Yeah. I'm not a fan of Tron. Research, thank you. Do you know why Matic is losing attention? You know what? Maybe because of the layer 2s like Immutable X and others, Arbitrum. Maybe they're stealing some of the thunders, but I think it's a mistake to overlook Matic. I think Matic, it went on a tremendous run this last year, 10,000% in 1 year. Almost nothing compares to that. But I think there's still plenty of room to grow, right? I think right now they're just being diluted a little bit because there's a lot of attention to those new layer 2s and some of these layer 1s, like Avalanche, Luna, and stuff like that gotten really hot recently. But I still like Matic. I still like him a lot. I have no idea who those people are. Casio asks, Kadena has a 27 billion diluted market cap. What does this mean for a price action? I don't think you have done your homework. You should rewatch my videos. The 27 billion diluted market cap is being released over 120 years. 70% is being released over 120 years. You're not going to be around in 120 years. Nor is that 120 years coming in the next 2 weeks, okay? So that's what people are not understanding. They follow basically Bitcoin. It's like basically, you know, Bitcoin has created their schedule, the release schedule, also 120 years, right? So, you know, I think people just need to understand that. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you. I'm not a veteran, but happy Veterans Day to all veterans out there. Quant versus XRP. I don't know enough about Quant to really support them, but I'm not really a big XRP fan. So I don't know, but I think XRP, you know, has more loyal holders, and if they settle the lawsuit, if Ripple settles the lawsuit, it's still gonna pump up XRP a lot. So I like that. I'm looking for a quantum resistant blockchain with big team from Microsoft. What is it? Okay, I've never heard of that blockchain, and I don't think it's created by Microsoft. So I don't know if there's some confusion there. CRO I've mentioned. I like CRO. You know, they're advertising quite a lot, so more and more people that's coming into this space, they're like, oh, where'd I go to buy Bitcoin? Or where'd I go to buy SHIB? Or where'd I go to buy whatever, Kadena, right? Where are they gonna go? Well, Crypto.com. It's obvious, right? I mean, I still remember when they bought that name for like $2 million back in 2018 or 19. You know, at that point, you know, Monaco was not doing well at all. And I was like, oh, I think they just wasted money. But now in hindsight, I was like, oh, that's actually really, really, really good pickup. Crypto.com itself, if they were to sell the domain, probably fetch like 10, 20 million today. I mean, just the name alone is insane. Frank goes to them, a crypto veteran. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thoughts on Chainlink? I think Chainlink, their new CCIP bridge, I think that could be a game changer for them. So I do recommend it. When it comes to oracles, just go with Chainlink. No one is even close. No one is close. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, Parabolic Rise, final leg is upon us, okay? There will be short stints here or there where we may stall, where we may have, you know, like some manipulation, right? But overall, facts show, or I should say fractals show that we are in that final leg. And it's very, 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 very exciting. And it could be very parabolic, just like the previous cycle. So stay strong, my friends. Stay strong. All right. I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.